Out of everybody's way. That way I can see the TV and also kind of go through these dudes as we talk through the class here. The first guy that we have is Jaquan Bloomfield. Jaquan is from Seven Lakes. We saw him in camp a couple times. Really like him as a wide receiver. One thing he does have that we really were looking forward to getting is he's got elite speed. He's a 10, 500-meter guy. He's a 22 and change 200-meter guy. He's about 6'2", about 180 pounds, maybe pushing 6'3". He's got a different gear. He's an elite track runner. He's only played football for a couple years, so everything is kind of new to him every day. And so we're looking forward to the depth that we have here, the guys that we have here, letting him get behind those guys and develop as a player and as a route runner. But the one thing you can't teach, you can work to improve a little bit, but he's got world-class elite speed. So we're excited about Jaquan. He's going to really be able to take the roof off of defenses and help us stretch the field vertically a little bit as we go through this thing. See if this thing will roll through here to the next guy. Okay. This is Mark Deebs. Mark is a punter. He is from Australia. He played in the West Australian Football League for a few years. He's a long, rangy guy. Where Coach Powell found him and how he found him, I have no idea. I really don't know. I know none of us went to Australia. I didn't make that trip. But you'll see here, this is elite leg talent. He's an older guy. What is he, Coach Powell, 25? 25. Still got 4 years of eligibility remaining. Some of the reports coming from Coach Powell and other coaches that go to these kicking combines and all these different things, they basically kind of classify this guy as a once-in-a-generation leg. Very, very elite talent. Best punting display we've seen in years, yada, yada, yada. And so we're looking forward to getting him here. I think he's older than our special teams coordinator, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out. But that's Mark, and we're excited about Mark. He's a big, good-looking athlete, rangy, tall, strong, all those things. And, again, elite leg talent, which we're excited about, which will help field position and all those things. Tyler Glass, junior college safety from Copiah Lincoln. Another good player. We like his range, his length. He's a very physical tackler. Had 46 tackles last year, 10 assists, a couple of interceptions. Had a 12 tackle game against Jones Junior College. A really good football player, and we really like who he is. He's a good-looking kid. He's got length, bigger body, thicker. He's a good tackler in space. He just does a lot of things that we really like, and he's going to be able to add some immediate depth, help on our special teams, all those different things. So we're excited about Tyler. Tyler's 6'2", 200 pounds, and he looks every bit of it when you see him in public. So that's Tyler. Okay. Barry Howard. Barry's a defensive end, a junior college defensive end, 6'2", 230, again from Copiah Lincoln. Barry is a pass rush specialist guy. Had 11 sacks, I think, this year. A bunch of tackles for loss. Very active guy. Played in a bunch of games for us. Relentless pass rusher. Tremendous effort guy. Knows his way to the quarterback, and we're looking for some guys with a little age and a little experience that really work hard to try to get to the quarterback. You know, we have a couple guys with length. With the guy from Evangel and Ty Shelby that's already here, 6'5", 6'6" guys. He's more built like Kerry Starks, but it plays a lot like Kerry in the fact that he's got, again, tremendous effort, relentless pursuer of the football, all those things that we talked about earlier. This is Jabari. Jabari was a key piece in this thing, man. We're really excited about him. Again, Coach's philosophy has always been start from the inside out, start in your own backyard, and work out, find what you can here. And Jabari's, been coming to practices and been watching us for a long time here. Got a great relationship with him. He's a big, strong body, 6 foot, 6'1", about 185 pounds. We think he's going to be, a 200-pound safety before it's over with. Really good ball skills. Haven't played quarterback. scored a bunch of touchdowns, threw for a bunch of touchdowns, and he has the ability to both play corner and safety, which we really like. He has some coverage skills of a corner, which you see a lot of his defensive clips are at corner. And then, having played quarterback, you get the football IQ that we really like. So we're excited about Jabari, having him right here in our backyard. Great football player. Again, we're really excited. Kevin Jones from Madison High School from Tallulah. Kevin really put up some impressive numbers. Small school guy, but really did what you're supposed to do as a great player in a small school. Accounted for 2,700 yards, rushed for 1,800, 23 touchdowns, threw for another almost 900 and a few touchdowns there. 75 tackles on defense. This is a guy that really never came off the field on either side of the ball. This guy is a legit 6'3". We think he's going to be 6'3", 210, 205-pound safety with, again, good ball skills. Again, Kevin's smaller school guy, can really run. He's rangy and long. He's going to have to learn to play the position of safety and kind of get into a full defense. He's bounced back and forth his whole career on both sides and played a lot on offensive side. But we like what he brings to the table in the form of range and length and athleticism, and he's got a lot of skills. He's a good football player. Okay, go to the next guy here. Cal Key, or our kids call him Cam Newton. So it kind of looks like Cam, got the hat and everything. Cal is, again, a bigger body safety, 205, 210, really thick, good-looking kid. Can play a lot of spots, play down towards the box because he's physical enough, can play off the ball as a deep safety because he's athletic enough. We just like the way he runs down tackles. He's physical. You can see right there. He doesn't mind sticking his face in it, and that's kind of what we're looking for on the back end with these older safeties is guys that could play down in the box but also play back and be really physical in the run game but also help in the pass game. You see a little bit of the range there. You saw him run downhill earlier and make a tackle. So we're excited about Cal. Again, another guy that provides depth in the secondary but also is going to be able to help. Going to be able to help on special teams right away. One of the top guys in this class, Bakari Middleton, is a 3-star recruit, had Colorado State, had Illinois, had a bunch of people. Coach Morgan had a really good relationship here with his high school coach. I think Coach Morgan played for him, and that relationship allowed us to be in the building and really have a chance to get Bakari because he had a ton of offers. He's a very athletic kid. He can play a lot of spots. When he walks in, he's got a presence about him. He's got long levers. He's high-waisted. It just looks how they're supposed to look. Again, a 3-star guy that a lot of people in the country recruited. Coach Morgan did a terrific job of not only getting here to campus but building the relationship, and then at the end of the day sealed the deal, which we're really, really excited about. Again, very athletic, very good tackler, good ball skills, good in space. We're really excited about Bakari, really, really excited. Looking for immediate help from him and being a really good football player for us. Brandon Nettles is probably one of our first commits from Lake Ridge, another one of that Lake Ridge connection with Duke and Zach Jackson that we signed last year. Brandon played defensive end, bigger body kid, 6'3", 230. We think he's going to have a chance to really grow. Brandon is 17 years old right now. He's going to graduate at 17. Wears a size 15 shoe. So we really expect him to grow and put on length and weight as he goes. And we're going to start him at defensive end. But there's a chance when he's done growing that he may be an inside guy. So we'll just kind of play it and not force him to gain the weight, but just kind of see what happens naturally. Very similar to what Mason Hussman did. Mason came here at 230, 240, and we looked up and he was 275. I don't know if Brandon can do that, but his frame tends to lead you to believe that he's going to add some weight and some height as he grows and gets older and more mature. So very young kid. Josh Newton. Josh, again, a local kid here in Monroe. Josh kind of really took off his junior season in track is when he really kind of jumped on the scene. You know, we love the guys that run track. We think it translates. The speed plays. Josh's speed is going to play. And he only got better and better as the year went on at wide receiver. It's kind of a new deal for him. Only played a couple years in high school as well. And, you know, he's got some make you miss ability. He's grown stronger and bigger as his career's going on. And he has the ability to finish plays. One of the unique things about Josh is he's a next-door neighbor of Xavier Brown and RJ. Those guys became really good friends, and when recruited, heated up for both he and Jabari. You know, just this week, UL Lafayette's trying to get in there. North Texas, as of late as last night, was trying to get them to wait and come on an official later. We were able to hold those guys off because of our relationships and their relationships with some of our players being local guys, and all of it helped. And we think both of those guys are gonna be really good players for us. I'm excited about Josh as a wide receiver. Think he's going to be a great playmaker for us before it's all said and done. This is Connor Parsons. Connor's an O-lineman from Mansfield High School, 6'4", 295. He's got good length and athleticism for a big guy. He's played out on the edge. We think he's also physical enough to play inside if we wanted him to. Again, a long levered guy, good length at his, you know, on his arms and those type of things where he can get to pass rushers and keep them off the quarterback, and then, you know, athletic enough to get to the second level and be physical at the point of attack. And so we're excited to add him. Our coaches did a great job recruiting him. We kind of ganged up on him because he was important to us, and Coach Nagavi and a bunch of guys, Coach Kubik and everybody else, we just kind of ganged up on the kid and did a great job on him. And those coaches really closed the deal, thought they did a great job, and he's going to be a player for us. A younger kid, again, that we think is only going to get bigger and better as he grows. I ain't figured out the timing on this thing yet. I hit fast forward, it goes too fast. I stop it. Oh, Kobe. All right, Kobe's a high school quarterback. I don't know if I skipped one there. Hold up. Let me see. Well, he's not on there. Maybe next. I don't know. We'll skip Lawrence and we'll go to Kobe. Okay. Kobe's a high school quarterback. I'm going to pause this because this is going to take a while. Accounted for 4,298 total yards of offense this year, 61 touchdowns as a senior, led his team to a 10-3 record, threw for 3,400 yards, 43 touchdowns against 7 interceptions. Not only did he push the ball up the field, he's aggressive. You know, he's not afraid to make any throw on the field, but he has a knack of making those throws while he's protecting the football, which is huge. He didn't turn the ball over a whole bunch. A bunch of 200-yard games, 300-yard games. I believe his OC was a former member of the spread passing attack at Baylor, and came down to high school and started coaching those guys. Kobe's a bigger body guy. He's the legit 6'3", 225. When he walks in, you think he's a tight end, but he's got good-looking arm talent. He's a good decision maker. The ball comes out really good, and we like how he pushes the ball down the field. He's not afraid to push the ball. And then I know what Coach Kubik really loves is the fact that he protects the football, doesn't put the ball at jeopardy. And if you take care of the football and you make plays, you got a chance to be a really good quarterback. His style is a little different than Caleb. He's going to be more of a pocket guy. He's going to be able to stand in there and make the throws against all the pressure. He will tuck it and run, but you know we'll all high-five him if he tucks it and gets 5 yards. You know, he's not going to go for 70 like Caleb has the ability to do. But, you know, he can move the chains and get first downs and push the ball down the field a little bit, which we're really excited about. Okay? Let's see here. My packet here might be a little out of order here. Okay, back to Lawrence. Let me go backwards now. Okay? John, you got all those compliments, man, and you and Sean didn't hook it up. Got us out of order here. Okay. All right, so Lawrence is a defensive tackle. I'm going to pause it because this guy was the leading tackler on his football team from a defensive tackle spot, which is really, really hard to do. I think the only time we saw that this entire year was the guys at Florida State. This is really the only time that we saw inside guys that lead their team. 39 tackles for loss, which ranked first in the NCAA region that he played in, finished second on the team and third in the NCAA with sacks. He had 11 sacks from the defensive tackle position. Not a long guy, a little bit shorter in stature at 6 feet, but he's a very powerful guy. Got a bunch of weight room records, all those type of things. Explosive, powerful. Robert, you and him might be able to get in the bench press contest when he gets here. One of those deals. He's a weight room guy, loves it. We hear it's around 500 pounds, so freaky strength, good athlete. A little bit undersized, but he makes up for it with his strength and his power. Again, you see how physical he is. When he gets his arms around guys go down. He's got his arms are about as big as my legs, so it's just a bigger, thicker guy. Brennan Wooten. Yeah, Brennan is the last one here. Brennan is a junior college quarterback from Tyler Junior College. Coach Kubik and I, when we were at our previous stops, we were members of the University of Texas had elite passing academies, and they basically invited the top 150 recruits in the country to come down to Texas. Brennan was in that group. Coach Kubik and I worked with him both as what? Coach was a freshman and his sophomore year, right? And we both had a good relationship with the kid. He's kind of one of those guys that is a natural leader. You got 150 quarterbacks there from all over the country, and then there's certain guys that people just gravitate to. Brennan was one of those guys. Brennan signed with TCU out of high school, was at TCU. They changed offensive coordinators. They went to more of a running style guy. Brennan is a good runner, but that's not kind of his real knack. Also more of a pocket guy who can run. And so Brennan transferred out to Tyler, played at Tyler, had a good career there, and kind of as he went through, reached out to Coach Cube, reached out to myself, and basically said, Coach, you guys, I've been knowing you guys for a long time. We've had great relationship, like you guys, trust you guys. And Coach Cube was able to kind of finish the deal in recruiting him and getting him here. A guy, again, that had a bunch of offers coming back out of the junior college, and we were able to lock him in. Everybody that we talked to about him, gym rat, loves football, consumed with it, ate up with it. Coach, you're going to have to run him out of the building at night. He's going to be there all day, every day. He's one of those guys at which you like from the quarterback position. We think his experience and what he does as far as preparation and those type of things will not only help us, but we think will help and push Caleb as well, which will be good for our football team. And so that's Brennan Wooten. The other guy that you may have gotten a sheet on here in the last couple seconds, we don't have him up because we didn't know we'd be able to announce him, is Miles Cole from Evangel. Miles is, again, a guy that only played a couple years of football, was a basketball player most of his life, a legitimate 6'3", a legitimate 235 pounds. We actually got a chance to watch some of their drill tape yesterday. This guy's got a chance to be really special once he figures it out. He's got elite length. He's got elite athleticism. And every day, according to his coaches, is step-by-step progression of being a really good football player. He's gotten better and better over time. Played for Coach Dawson down there at Evangel. And we're really excited about him, having him on one side possibly and Ty Shelby on the other side. Both guys 6'5", 6'6", 240. We'll be pushing 250 before it's over. So we're obviously excited about Miles. And, one thing you can't teach is speed and length. And, we got a couple guys with speed, and Miles definitely covers us in length right there. So like Coach said, we have a couple guys that are still on the hook. Schools are closed. Families don't have printers at home. Some don't. Can't get the papers back here, there, whatever. So we're waiting on a couple more today. If you follow our Twitter feed on the ULM football link, you're probably going to see a couple more before the day's over, hopefully. And then Coach, like Coach said, we'll get back in and regroup and do everything and try to figure out where we're going to go get the next 4 or 5 guys and what positions we need those guys at. Again, man, it takes a village to kind of do this. We had great support from Dr. Bruno and his staff on campus. We had great support in this building, and then our assistant coaches. We had the #1 recruiting class in the league last year, And that was a credit to our assistant coaches getting on the road and grinding and the relationships we've been able to build in the time we've been here. And so there's a lot of people to thank, and I know Coach Viatar's covered a lot of that already. But, you know, I think our assistant coaches here who have done a great job recruiting these guys need a round of applause because they spend a lot of time, energy, effort, away from home, all those things to get this class in place. And we're going to wrap it up with 4 or 5 more good ones and try to get the top-ranked class again in this league. Anybody have any questions?
I think y'all been doing a tremendous job, Coach. Keep it up.
Thank you. Peel? We good? Thank you, guys.